This is a podcast presenting an aspect of relational trauma therapy, a trauma therapeutic approach specialized in including and working with hypo-states. Relational trauma therapy was founded by Merete Holm Brantbjerg from Denmark and Kolbjørn Vårdal from Norway. Welcome to this podcast titled Having a Map Matters. My name is Merete Holm Brantbjerg. Orientation is the skill that provides us with an inner and an outer map, and it is a key part of presence in the here and now. Having a good map of our own body, our bodily position, our movements, our arousal level, our emotional states, support our orientation and presence inwards. Being able to collect data from the outer context supports our orientation outwards, being oriented in the context we are in. Orienting skills get impacted in stress and trauma. We can either go into a frozen, limited, over-focused orientation style, like a deer in the spotlight when we get stressed or scared. Or we can get overwhelmed and lose orientation, which is a hypo style. Our capacity to orient both inwards and outwards diminishes, and with too little or too low quality sensory input, we risk to make choices that are not based in relevant data. We lose ourselves, and we lose the context when our orienting skills go into hypo response. This can happen to all of us, including both clients and therapists. In relational trauma therapy, we developed sensory rehabilitation methodology to support regaining or developing for the first time the capacity to orient inwards and outwards. Our knowledge about hypo-states brings a focus on dosing in this work. How can we support better orientation in a dosage and speed that is tolerable and functional for the individual? We train proprioceptive awareness through mobilizing joints, and we also focus on vision. We use this bodily training to support presence in the here and now, getting out of freeze or overwhelm and back into being able to find direction from within. Having a good map supports the experience of inner authority and direction. Here comes 2 examples. Please join the instructions if you want to. We can mobilize joints by sensing the joint while moving it. So start out right now with paying attention to the whole body first and to alignment. Inviting your body into a symmetrical position, either sitting or standing, with both feet in the ground and both sitting bones in the chair. Then we can focus on ankles. Making small movements in both ankles, either with the weight on the feet or without. Check out if you can sense the ankles while moving them. Ankles can be moved in many directions. And also movements can be bigger or smaller, faster or slower. There's a big variation possible. And just spend a little moment sensing these movements, some of these movement possibilities in both of your ankles. I'm doing it too. And then stop the movement and just check your sensations. I notice that my ankles feel a little lighter. Right and left ankle are different, but still they both feel a little lighter. I also noticed that I slowed down in my whole body and something widened. So please be curious about your version. Did anything change in you by moving your ankles? And if so, see if you can find your words for it. They can be similar or different to mine. Then shift to focusing on your vision. Place your hands with palms turning inwards, about 30 centimeters or 12 inches to the sides of your head. Look straight forward and then do a little wavy movement with your hands. And see if your peripheral vision can pick up that movement while you are looking forward. And you can also change position with your hands, so you can move your arms higher or lower or further away from your head or closer to. And with that you can, in a way, test how far can your peripheral vision follow your hands and still pick up the information from them. Then stop again. And just be curious about, did this change anything in your sensation of yourself, in your presence? For me, I noticed that something in me widened. My orientation got wider, and with that, my sensation of the outer context I'm in changed. I pick up information from a much wider field. And again, just be curious about your version. Mobilizing joints and training peripheral vision has shown to be supportive when working with hypo-states. In hypo response, we give up aspects of our orientation. We often lose orientation in the outer context and withdraw inwards instead. And with that, our sense of safety diminishes. Negotiating with this pattern through bringing energy back into hypo-responsive areas can thus optimize safety, both for clients and for therapists.